Chase Tapley, Coach Steve Fisher. Coach, if we could start remarks on tonight's game.
Well, first of all, we're 10 minutes to 12, so I know nothing's going to be in the paper. So I'll make it as brief as I can, and hopefully you guys will too, so we can get out of here. Two good teams that played hard. Boise State, without question, deserves to be in the NCAA tournament. Look at their body of work, but look at what they've done the last 10, 11 games. I think they were 7-3 coming into tonight, and they've beaten good teams, and they beat good teams in non-conference. So this league is so good. If Boise doesn't get in the tournament, I'm going to demand a revote. They're that good. And we played them this kind of game almost every time we played them. And tonight it was us. Saturday it was them. A little bit of a carbon copy, except we didn't fall as far behind. We never, ever, ever, ever trailed until they went on a 14-0 run. And we were 1 point, and they got 1 point lead. We never trailed, and Boise had the ball. That wears on you if you're the other team. So we found a way to win. I'm going to cite the good things we did. Jamal Franklin, 2 for 3 from three-point range. If you go back and look at stats, he's 12 for 21 from three-point range in Mountain West Conference tournament play. So he's going to take him and make it. X had a season high 6 rebounds, tied a season high with 5 assists. Winston Shepard had a career high 3 blocks. Chase Tapley had a season high 4 steals. We guarded, we really defended, especially the first half, as well as we have all season long. We had a rough stretch. We put 4 or 5 bullet points, one is run. 8-0 or greater, don't give them any. And they had a 14-0 run on us. We missed 3 threes, we turned the ball over 3 times, and we missed 2 shots on a free throw. That's a recipe for a 14-0 run. But we found a way then to bore back and get to the free throw line and make them 25 for 31. That's pretty good. So we move on. We're excited about that. I'll repeat myself. Boise better be in the NCAA tournament, or it's disgraceful in my opinion.
Thank you, Coach. Now I'll take questions for the student athletes first.
Chase, I just wondered if you could talk to Coach's point about locking down so well defensively in the first half, and how crucial that was to going on to win this thing.
Well, that was the game plan going into this game. I was just pressuring the ball a little bit more and getting into them, and not really letting them get comfortable in the ball screens, and really sinking in on the rolling bigs. And I think we did a great job in the first half. I mean, we got a lot of deflections that led to fast breaks and an early offense, and that's what we need to do. 40 minutes. I mean, we can't do it for 20 minutes. But I liked our new concept of just pressuring the ball and getting them out of their comfort zone, running their offense.
Jamal, it seems like no one's really picked you guys to win this conference tournament. Does that kind of put a chip on your guys' shoulder?
Before I answer that question, I'd like to have Michael Lyons' prayers in for you guys. I heard about his knee, but it does put a chip on our shoulder. Last year, a lot of people didn't think a lot of us, but we have played with a good group of guys, and we all have played with a chip on our shoulder every day, and we just want to win. And we take it one game at a time, and like Coach said many times before, we've been in that championship going on 4 years, so we want to make it the 5th year and try to make this happen.
Xavier, for you guys, the 3 of you guys kind of took over at the end, really stepped up. Just what does that do for you guys going forward, especially now since you're kind of getting in your groove healthy?
It does a lot. You know, me, Chase, and Jamal, we kind of like the leaders along with James Rayhan and Deshaun, so we just got to keep it going and get ready for New Mexico. I'm sure the coaches will have us prepared.
Jamal, could you just talk about playing New Mexico, because you guys played great defense tonight. New Mexico did too. Is it going to be one of those defensive struggles, or what do you think?
It's going to be a hard-fought game. If you haven't watched our game lately, all been hard-fought games. We had a big lead on them at our house, but it still was a hard-fought game. both teams is probably the best defensive team in the conference, and we're just ready to play. It's going to be a competitive game. I can't wait for Friday.
Chase, Coach concentrated on the 14-0 run and then concentrated on all the things you guys did good. Do you agree with that assessment? I mean, do you feel like you guys need to play better against New Mexico?
I think we did good tonight. I mean, one thing, the negative part about tonight was our turnovers. We had 19 turnovers, and that's way too many. But New Mexico, we're just gonna have to come out and just match their intensity, like Jamal said, two of the best defensive teams in the conference, and we just got to keep making shots. I mean, when we do that, it's going to be hard to beat us. And we just got to keep on attacking the defensive glass. I mean, we really boarded tonight. I'm proud of all of our players for that.
Jamal, Coach hit on this a minute ago, but you've had some pretty good success in this building, especially in this tournament. How comfortable do you get when this tournament rolls around?
My teammates make me comfortable. When I'm having a bad game, they're always there to pick me up. Jason X and James, they're always there to pick me up. And when you have a good teammates, a group of good guys, or if you worry about making a turnover or make a mistake or not playing good, and they're able to pick up the slack and give you confidence, everything just works out smoothly.
Any other questions for our student athletes? Okay, we'll dismiss them at this time. Thank you. Now take questions for Coach Fisher.
Coach, could you talk about the rebounding performance? Boise State missed 41 shots and you had 32 defensive rebounds.
We have to rebound better. We gave too many second chance opportunities to Boise. We battled. When Deshaun got his fourth foul, we went small, then they went small, and they were better small than we were small for a long stretch. They played better when they were smaller lineup than we did. But we found a way to stick in there, hang in there, and make a play. But we can't give up 12 offensive rebounds and only get 5. We got a lot of defensive rebounds, but some of them were the second and third shots that they took. So we've got to rebound the ball better. And we're going to be going against a lot bigger guys when we play in New Mexico on Friday.
Coach, talking about New Mexico, what kind of game do you expect?
Well, I'll take a forfeit if he doesn't want to come. He's going to be in the tournament. He's going to be a second seed. He probably doesn't need another championship. So they're going to come at us, and they're going to want to smack us around like they did at their place. They had 34 all over their locker room. We held them to 34 points the first game. Some way, somehow, somebody incorrectly said that I said that the pit was our second home. And they responded after they beat us, sometimes second homes are not as good as you think they are. So they were anxious to play us. And I'm sure they'll be anxious to play us again. So will we.
Steve, I know you talked a minute ago about your defensive effort in the first half. I wondered if you could expound on that and whether or not, or how long it's been you played with that much energy in the opening 20 minutes.
Only a coach that follows us intently could tell what we did that was different from the Saturday game against Boise. In this game, we told them before, they got a lot of mumbo-jumbo, false motion, just dribble, handoff, move, 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 but then all of a sudden they attacked you. We made a concerted effort in 2-day practice, switch all the mumbo-jumbo and guard the ball harder. Normally we guard the three-point line. Today, we went out and guarded the ball a little harder. And I know it helped us, especially in the first half. I don't think they got it, even when they scored, they never quite looked comfortable scoring. Second half, we didn't guard as hard. They went smaller, and they were better attacking us than we were guarding them in the second half. But our first half defense was really, really good. We're a good defensive team. We've got to bring closure to the defense by being a better defensive rebounding team.
Any other questions?
Okay.
Just following up on what Coach Rice talked about that this team is an entirely different animal, so to speak, when X is playing the way he has been of late. Can you talk about that just a little bit?
Well, did it hurt when Lyons got injured in the first 2 minutes of the game? When you take one of your best players out, when you take a guy that's got the ball in his hands so often, it affects you. We got other guys on scholarship. When he didn't play, somebody else needs to step up. And I thought they did. But we're better when Xavier plays. And we're much better when he plays healthy. He's getting closer to where he was at his best, both early this year and last year. So it's obvious if we want to be as good as we can, we need Xavier Thames playing, leading, pushing. He's our best defender. So and he's the guy that has the ball to initiate all the offense too. So yeah, we're so much better when X plays.
Okay, thank you very much,
you.
Coach.